Hi everyone, hope you're all tickety-boo. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Weebill S, with the Canon EOS R on it. But we're now going to be balancing the 16-35. That's the EF 16-35 f4. And it's also got the adapter on the back with the lenses in there, so you can have your ND filters popped in the back and you don't have to have them screwed on the front here. So that will save you having to rebalance it if you want to put one on. The great thing with that is you can actually pop it out and put one of the clear ones in. Anyway, without any further ado, let's cue that intro.
Play it back like a million times because they know that you're the absolute, the original.
Right, so those of you who know this channel know that sometimes I balance it with a Manfrotto quick release plate on that. So today what I'm going to do is show you with that on, in case you have got one and you use that mechanism, because it's a lot easier to pop the camera on and off, or without it on as well. The measurements will all be different slightly because the weight of this adds a bit of weight to the back end of the camera. So if you're interested in one specific setup, then have a look down below because I'll have the timings in there. And if you're interested, the old image transmitter, I'm going to do a balancing with that one as well, because again, with the weight of that underneath the camera, so it's like there, it does make a difference to the measurements. So again, if you're just interested in that one, have a look down below because the timing of when that one starts will be in a sec. But first of all, I don't do any uninteresting facts at the moment because I've got to find some of them that are pretty boring, because otherwise if they're exciting ones, you wouldn't want to listen to them, would you? So today, I'm going to tell you another dad joke. But before I do, if you've got any questions whatsoever, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. And if you like this one, you know what to do. So today's joke. I'm not going to promise to make you laugh. How was pasta made? Someone used a noodle. Let's get into those measurements.
Why make trillions when we could make billions?
Right, so we're going to go with the Canon EOS R and the 16-35 f4 EF lens. As I said before, the great thing with this one is that piece there, because you can actually put your ND filters in there. So once you've got it all set up, there's no need to rebalance it with a different ND filter on the end. This is the one with the Manfrotto plate, so I've got my Peak Design one in there, but the Manfrotto one's just exactly the same weight. So let's get on with it. So the actual quick release plate fits on the back here because of the nut on there. There's only one place it can fit, so that goes on there. The first measurement you want to know about is obviously these here on the side. All right, so let's zoom into those a little bit more so you can have a look at them. Now that one there is set on 0.4 on that side, and on this side it's 4.9. Okay. Next one is the base plate down there. That one. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. That is set at 1.6, and the side one here is actually dropped down to the lowest elevation. Okay, so you go right to the bottom, then tighten that one up. Okay, let's get the camera on then. So you've got the camera on here. As you can see, this plate doesn't fit here. Once you've got all the measurements on, obviously you need to balance it left and right on this one, but that's the easy one to do with the quick release one on there, just to make sure that it balances out nicely. Everything is now disconnected, so you can see it should hold itself roughly there. It's a little bit of movement, I know, but you never get everything exactly perfect. And again, I'm sure with a little bit of playing around your cells, that one's there, okay? You can tell that it's actually working. A little bit of fine tuning. Right, so let's get him fired up, and hopefully we will see that this one's working as well. There you go. So I always double click it just to centralize it, and as I've said in many of the videos before, what you want to do is go in and do the old auto tune, and then you'll find that it should be pretty much spot on. So check OK's come up on the screen and we shall see. And as you can see, it does miss the back eyepiece as well, even with the 16-35 on there. All right, and full rotation as well. Okay. Okay, so this is how you set the plate up there without the Manfrotto one on. Okay, so you have it nice and flat on there. You have this piece up here into there, and the screws set roughly in between 5 and 6, so that the back of the plate, as you can hopefully see it there, is smooth with the back of the camera right up onto the screen there. So there's the measurements if you want to get them on there. Hopefully that's focused in for you. Yeah, pretty good. Right, let's see the measurements on the actual gimbal itself. So if you're looking at taking as less kit as possible with you, but you want really good kit rather than just an iPhone, this is probably going to be a setup, isn't it? The EOS R with the 15-35 on it, okay, and the gimbal, and the ND filters stuck into the slide slot there with the adapter. So these are the measurements for it. On the base plate there, you've got 1.6, okay. On here, you've got 0.4, okay, so that's 0.4 on there. All right, sure you can see that. And then on the side here, you got 1.3. That's 1.35 actually, okay. Okay, so everything's unlocked, the camera's on, as you can see, it's nicely balanced. You can put it in a position like that, yeah, and so on and so forth. You will have to do some fine tuning yourself, like you said, that's slightly out I think there, but that's to do with the balancing on this one, so you can play around with that one yourself, but the measurements themselves for everything else is okay. So let's get him started up and see that he's working okay. And in 2 seconds, there she is. 1, 2, 3. Into vlogging mode, 1, 2, 3, back out of that one, 1, 2, and it's back in the center. Up into vortex, give it a little spin around, it's all working lovely in it. What I would do obviously is rebalance it as well, do the auto tune, but we don't need that today, do we? Because you've seen that done plenty of time. So now we've got the ultimate setup, haven't we? The 16-35 with the image transmitter on the Canon EOS R. That way, if you was just going out with this set of kit and obviously your microphone as well, or like this, the wireless Go one's plugged in, then you'd be okay to do anything really, get really creative with it, especially with the image tracking on the transmitter there. So the settings are slightly different on this one. On the base plate, you have it at 0.04, okay, so that's 0.4, sorry. On the bottom here, yeah, you've got it set at 1.5. And on the back, the side one there, that one's set at 0.8. So I've already auto-tuned this one, but this is it working. 1, 2, 3, into vlogging mode. 1, 2, 3, back to the normal, hopefully. 1, 2, 3. Worked that time, did it? And then 2, into the vortex mode, and you'll see it spin around without hopefully hitting the back like it did just now. There we go, all done for you. So hopefully you found that useful. And if you did, like I said before, I'm going to be doing the different setups with different lenses for you. So why don't you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on them. And if you have got any questions, leave them down below, or we'll do my best to answer them. But to be honest with you, I think the 16-35 lens on there, and I'm sure it'll balance with the 15-35 RF. And once I get my hands on one of them, I'll do a balancing test for that as well for you. But if you had this combination, it's probably that with the Canon EOS R and the Weebill S, all you'd need to take around with you. I mean, I do use the switch pod myself as well, and that's pretty easy to chuck into your backpack, isn't it? But if you had that and that, then really you've got your perfect setup. Okay, so that's it for today. Cheers and go on.
Play it back like a million times because they know that you're the absolute. The